Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Maybe depends where the place where you are in this moment. For the persons or for the people who doesn't know me, my name is Maria Fernanda Gualotuña. I am Ecuadorian from the center of the world, South America, but I live in Mexico. And I am the tutor for this diploma teacher tutor. Welcome to this class. This is the fourth module of the diploma, and we are going to work together today. I would like to know about you. Please write in the chat your name, your email, and your name, your email, and your country the country where you are, please. Please, please, please. Okay, let's start. So today we are going to talk about the module number 4. Before that, I want to listen to you. How are you today?
In peace.
Happy,
Free,
happy,
successful, and fulfilled.
Successful and fulfilled.
Great,
I'm filled and successful.
great, so good, perfect. Let's share the screen. Yep. Okay. Here we are. Advanced Comprehensive Educational Program, Increasing School Retention, Module number 4. Presentation. Please, Gladys, could you read the presentation of the foundation?
Yes, tutor. Good evening to everyone. Presentation. The Maximilian Munoz Foundation is a non-profit political or religious organization widely known in Mexico with international projection, which has expanded in America, Europe, and Africa through the development of educational programs of great value, which institutions can evaluate. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, tutor.
Thank you. Okay. And you are going to prepare, Gladys, because the next presentation, you are going to do it.
Okay, tutor.
Okay, here we are. Open your cameras, please, if you can. Open your cameras. I want to see you to imitate this face. Okay, I'm going to stop to share. Okay, imitate that face, please. Imitate that face, please. Palalu, hello.
Hello, how are you?
And peace, free, happy, successful, and fulfilled. Dollars Muntali. Hello. Sunday Ochumba, hello. I want to see your smile. Come on. Gladys,
In
I see
peace,
your smile.
free, happy, successful, and fulfilled.
So good.
I don't have light here.
I know. But if you smile, I can see you.
Okay.
Aruna Abubakar Namadi, hello. Hello. Okay.
Good evening, ma.
Good evening. So please remember, You are not guilty about the face that you have, but you are guilty about the face that you make. So smile, smile, and smile. Okay, we have seen so. The purpose of the teacher tutor diploma. Falalu, could you read it, please?
Okay. The purpose of the teacher tutor diploma. The fundamental purpose of the teacher tutor program by the year 2050 is to reduce the educational gap, and for 70 out of every 100 students who begin primary school to complete a professional career, and thus in this way achieving the necessary quality of life in people in their most sublime purposes, living in peace, free, happy, successful, and fulfilled. Thank you for
Yeah,
giving me the opportunity.
that's right. Thank you. Okay, these are the 10 purposes of teacher tutor as guide, counselor, and advisor to the students. Okay, before to begin this class, before to begin this module, I would like to listen to you. How have you worked with the three first modules, with the three first topics? Have you worked with your students? Have you worked with your families? Have you worked with your friends? Have you shared this information with the people around you? How was it going? Who can tell me? Yeah?
Yeah, simply it's like that first introduction part, and again the first class, the second class, the third class have been delivered, have been shared, of course, to our close people and those that we work with and those that were together in the environment. The reception was at least good. If we took it into a percentage, about 75%, at least made it, even if 25. We did not reach that far, but observation has showed a greater interest and growing zeal in individuals to follow what it is. And even those that are matured are willing even to join today, even if it's already late for them. They're supposed to wait for the next round, which is next month. But it has been all that nice, interesting, and good to interact with others through the three topics we have had.
Thank you so much. Somebody else? What do you think about the three first topics, the three first modules? Ruth, what do you think about the topics that we have checked before? Oh, you are with a person next to you. Who is? Introduce to us, please.
Um, uh, hello.
Yeah. Now we will listen to you.
Yeah, I started last week, module 3.
Yeah.
So I'm using my sister's phone because my phone it has a few problems.
Yeah. But you have
Yeah.
but you have the information in the chat. Have you review it?
And
No?
no, I did not. I'm just yeah, I did not read.
Okay, okay. So you will have time. I have sent to the chat, to the WhatsApp chat, the the links of the videos of YouTube where you can see the recording of the class. You could see the PowerPoint presentations where you can review the material. Please do it, and the next class you will tell us, okay?
All right.
Thank you so much. Memory, what do
You're
you think
welcome.
about the 3 first modules?
Well, I already explained how we fared about the first three modules, and I said the achievement around the people that we interact with is about 75% rating as at now. But rather, as we'll be pushing ahead, since like here in our country, Malawi, this time around, learners are at holiday. We are starting on 16th of September, this coming month. I mean, this very month. So we interact with the environment and the people around us, not the learners or students as well. So at least 25% has been already achieved. People are growing interest even to join the studies, to join the group, to join the classes as in the course of study and improvement. But this study really changes us and is changing the environment and the world as the wish is there to change the people, and then we can develop or grow the world we want, or we can achieve the world we want as it is stipulated in the modules.
Okay, thank you so much, Memory. Lucy, what do you think about the diploma? Open your mic, please.
Yeah, the diploma, I think it's it's something that will change many people and many children, more especially if we are going to amend it, like to put it into action, just as Memory has said here in Malawi. We are closing on the 16th. So as we are learning the modules and apply them to our learners, I hope we are going to see many good changes. Yeah, as it has been changing me already, like in other areas.
Okay, thank you so much.
Sure.
Somebody else? Nobody?
Yes, can I talk?
Yeah, sure.
This course we are taking is very important, more especially in respect to the last topic we treated, that is punctuality. And this punctuality to the to the student is very important, which shape and models their even thinking, and also it helps the children to to be decent, to be very serious about the the lesson. And we shared the information. I personally, I shared the information to the friends, and they even developed interest. I even invited some to come and join us here because of the importance of it. Because as I sent some module to them for them to read, and it make them it make them to have maybe arouse their interest. In fact, some even join us, and it's really good, and it will shape and change the life of both students and also the teachers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Falalu. Dalit Sopiri, hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Where are you?
I'm in Malawi, Kasungu. I'm not at my
Malawi.
usual place.
So
Sure.
good, so good. Pretty good. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, so let's continue. Here we have the 10 modules that we have developed into the program Teacher Tutor Diploma. Please, Fontem, read the first 5.
10 purpose of teacher, tutor as guide, counselor, and advisor to the students by Dr. Marcelino Munoz. The first module, guide students in the course of their professional career. The second module is advise students on the importance of attending classes. The third module is advise them on the benefit of punctuality. The fourth module is accompany them when they have failed subjects. And the fifth module is guide them about sales and being entrepreneurs.
So great. Okay. Dollars Murtali, could you read the next 5, please?
Number 6, motivate them. No, motivate them in public. Number 7, guide them to make good decisions. Number 8, encourage them to
develop social projects.
Develop social project. Number 9, promote the practice of values. Number 10, promote physical, mental, and emotional health care. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, the topic today is accompanying them when they have failed subjects. Most of the cases, our students or our children or our friends has in the family a person, a student who has problem with some subject. Commonly is the mathematics, is the language class, or the history class, as in my case, because I never had good qualification in history, universal history. I have to confess that. So, failing a subject, it's not to anyone's liking. Failing to achieve a goal and having to study again to repeat is frustrating for most students. If we never fail, we'd never learn. And if you look at the history books, some of the best and brightest have stumbled before they found their feet. My grandmother used to say, if you don't fall down, you are not going to learn to get up. So, obviously, we are going to have problems, but the necessary thing or the necessary, it's very necessary to have a positive attitude and contagious the positive attitude to the students. Because if you are a teacher or if you are a tutor or you are a parent, a father, a mother, or an uncle anyway, and you have a person in your house, in your class, who has failed a subject, you say, oh no, you are a dumb, you are a donkey, you are not gonna do it. Well, obviously, what's going to happen? This person, this student, is going to feel so bad. But if you say, okay, you have failed a subject, but it's not a big problem. Everything has a solution. I'm going to help you to study. I'm going to help you to review the subject. I'm going to talk with the teacher to see what we can do. That is going to motivate the student to continue studies, to continue working, to continue doing. No? Okay, what would be the obstacles that cause students to fail? What can we do as a society to support them? In your experience, how did you solve it? These three questions are for you. Who wants to answer? Ruth, would you like to answer one of these questions?
Hello, tutor. I want to answer.
Okay, Gladys, come on.
I want to answer the first one.
Okay.
What would be the obstacles that cause students to fail? Some of the obstacles that cause most students to fail exams or fail some subjects is that the lack of textbooks. Some students go to school without books. Some go hungry to school. Some they don't even pay their fees. When they want to explain to parents, parents shout at them. They don't have that parent-child relationship that they are so close. Parents don't allow children to express themselves. When they want to say something, they think they want to take the money. Like I'm citing, let me say in Cameroon, there are some children who are really like crazy. You think a child wants to go and take the money and use it, whereas the child is really serious to learn. The child does not have money. How would the child go to school? A child would trek from, let me say, 2 kilometers to school. Before the child reaches the class, the lesson is over. Those are some of the obstacles that cause children to fail exams, madam. So all the subjects.
Okay,
Yes,
Gladys. And what would you do to solve this situation?
To solve this situation, I will try to bring the child closer to me and then know the parents of this particular, if it's a pupil or a student.
Okay.
Find out what is actually going on. If actually the child is coming late to school, the child is not having books, always absenting from class, but you see the child lingering around the school, or contact the parents, summon them to school, and then bring a solution to this child's problem.
Okay, thank you, Gladys. I want to tell you something. As you know, I was in Ecuador days ago, and I met a person there, a man who is a very, very huge example for the people in the world. This man told me his history and was a great history. This man lost his parents when he was 7 years old. And the house where he was living, or the people in the house where he was living, turned him out of the house. And he went to live in the street. He didn't went to the school since he was 9 years old. No, 10 years old. And he went to the school not to study. He went to the school because in the school the children receive food, receive lunch. And he got into the school to receive the lunch. When he was between the children, a teacher asked him, "Hey, you, what are you doing here? What grade are you studying in?" And he lies, and he lied in that moment, and he said, I am in the 4th degree. So he started to study in the 4th degree in the elementary school because he went to the school to get food to eat because he was living on the street. To not make longer this story, this guy, this child, in this moment is a person who is 61 years old. He has 3 companies. He has 3 children, and his children are graduated, all of them from the university. And he is working for the Foundation Marcelino Muñoz as a voluntary. His name is Luis Alfonso de la Cruz. When he told me his story, I really cried. Because, a person who has all the situations, terrible situations, hard situations, he didn't stop. He continued and continued and continued growing. He was a military man. He was in the army in Ecuador. He was in a foundation helping to the children who doesn't have to eat. He has a company creating gardens for the offices in Quito, in the capital. He has 4 cars because he has a company of taxi cabs, and he makes everything to help the people around him. A child, as the child in the picture in the screen, who didn't have where to live, a child who didn't have the opportunity to go to school, a child who just went to school to get to eat. So, if you see a person who is in this kind of problems, what can we do? Just motivate this person to do the best. Just motivate this person to continue growing. Motivate this person to be in peace, free, happy, successful, and fulfilled. I tell you this story because I want to motivate you to keep doing, to keep going. We could change the world we have for the world we want. It's possible. We only need to motivate. Okay? Somebody else wants to answer about these questions?
Yes.
Okay, Falalu?
Yes. In respect to the first question, we know the obstacles that made students to fail can be seen into different maybe angles. There are children who come from the poor family, who, as a result of so many things, fail in their academics. There are children that come from the rich family, still fail from their academics because of something, one thing or the other. Just like, for example, if the child is not serious about the academics, he's maybe engaged in doing things that are not related to academics, he can fail, or he's not giving attention. And also, if to the side of possibly the environment where the child is learning. If the environment is not conducive, conducive atmosphere, it can result to the failure of the student. It's also if the teacher is not having a good method that he can maybe he use to teach the children. The children can still fail. Just like the method you are using in teaching us, I really appreciate it, you the tutor, and it's a good method that can motivate us. And it is motivating us, we are learning, and we are happy with how you are handling us. But if it is opposite, definitely the student may fail and they cannot have a good result. And we can help them. To the second question, we can help them through motivation, as you said. We can motivate, we can bring them close to them, we can monitor their movement and their activities, we can monitor them between school and their homes, and also we can find out and see who are their friends. All this can help to overcome the obstacles of maybe the student failure. Thank you.
Thank you, Falalu. Somebody else, Gabriel? 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 No, it's not possible. Okay, let's continue. Fontema, go ahead.
Okay, tutor, I wanted to contribute on the first point when you say what would be the obstacles that cause students to fail. Some students may face health challenges throughout the semester, and they don't actually follow up their classes so well that they have failed subjects. Now, I want to know from you, tutor, how do you get to motivate such students?
How we motivate the students? There is a lot of opportunities. There is a lot of options. For example, the first motivation for them is to know what exactly happened with the subject. For example, they have a lot of problems. Most of them have problems with mathematics. So let's make some games, mental games, or puzzles, or anything that he could enjoy the subject. Other kind of motivation is show examples or stories, as the story as I tell you before, to motivate them to continue doing. And you could say, if he can do it, you can do it. If it's possible for this person, could be possible for you. There is a person, let me see. Don't remember exactly his name, but aquí está. This man, you know this man.
I know him.
I know him.
I know him.
don't know him.
When this man was 9 years old, he decided to suicide because he said, I don't have arms, I don't have legs. So it's not going to be possible for me to give a hug. And when he was 9 years old, he wanted to suicide. But somebody, I don't know exactly who, tell him, you can do it. You can demonstrate to the people it's possible to do it for you. Now, he is the man who has received the most biggest amount quantity of hugs in the world. He has received more hugs than everybody in the world. And he's happy. He has a family, he can swim, he can run, he has made a lot of things without legs and without arms. And the students and the people as you, as me, we have arms, we have legs, we have everything in our body, in our life, thanks to God. So what we need to be happy, what we need to do the things, what? Just the attitude. Just want to do it. So when your students say, oh, it's not possible for me, no, I can't do it, no. Tell to them, it's possible. It's possible. If this person make, you can make. There is no an obstacle to stop you. That's the best way to do it. The best way to motivate them. And this is one example of a lot of what that we have. Okay? Another question?
Yeah, before you proceed, I want to ask you something.
Yes.
And also I want to contribute on obstacles that can cause their students to fail. Most of the times, right now, we can say we are living the life of technologies, and most of our students, they are also using such type of technologies. But the other students, they are using a long way that may cause them to fail. But at the same time, others, they are using the same technology as we are doing here. They are benefiting and they are also improving their grades in the class. So I want to ask you, how can we encourage our students, or how can we follow up that the students, they are using technology in a long way so that they can pass with good grades?
Okay, so good. Thank you so much. I was reading the message for Samuel. Don't worry, Samuel. This class is recording, so you could review it after to finish in the video on YouTube. Okay, let's continue. Here we have a video. Please pay attention.
You're in a class, it's near the beginning of the semester, you write an exam or you hand in an essay and you don't get the mark that you desired. Okay, so what are your options? Well, one option would be, so you've hit an anomaly, things didn't happen the way you wanted them to happen. And so maybe you say, geez, that was a boring and stupid class anyways, this gives me an excuse to get out, and so that's not such a negative thing. Or you think, oh, well, I really better buckle down and study, and you decide to stay in the class. So basically what you've done is maintained your framework. I'm going to work through this class, but you've decided to modify some of the subroutines that make up that frame. You say, well, I should study more next time, or I have to prioritize this class compared to other classes. So it's a micro alteration within the overarching framework. But another thing you can do is say, to hell with the class, I'll just drop it. And so the advantage to that is problem gone. The disadvantage is, well, now you have a different problem, which is, okay, fine, you drop the class, do you have another class that you can replace it with? Is that a good way of dealing with a micro failure, you know, to move up a level of analysis and throw out the whole frame? Because you could also say, well, maybe I should just drop out of university and maybe I should go hang myself, you know. Well, it's the same line of logic, it's just taken up to a higher degree of abstraction. And so, generally speaking, you don't want to solve a problem by moving up a level and wiping out the frame within which the problem was experienced. You want to do that carefully, because in principle, the frame that you were working within you'd already assigned value to it and worked at it. You've already invested in it. It's a big sacrifice to blow out the whole frame. Now, sometimes you can do it. So anyways, what happens is, well, you get the bad grade and you're upset about it, and so you've been plunged from your happy, satiated state, let's say, into a state of relative chaos. And the chaos is, oh, I hit an obstacle, I didn't expect it, and now I don't know what to do. And so what does it mean to not know what to do? Well, it can mean I need to study harder. It can mean I should drop this course. It can mean I should major in a different subject. It could mean maybe I shouldn't be in university. It could mean maybe my future plans have been formulated badly. It can mean my future plans have been formulated badly because I don't understand myself very well and I've been telling lies about my past, right? The thing can really expand on you. And that's what the chaotic domain is. That's the re-manifestation of those things that you had considered irrelevant, right? Because when you go to pick up the exam, you've got your identity as a competent student intact. You're not questioning whether you should be in the course or whether you should be in that major or whether you should be in university. None of that. That's all in the implicitly accepted category. And as soon as the anomalous event emerges, all of those things that you had rendered axiomatic start to become questionable. And that's like the shark coming up from the depths to pull you down. And that's the classic way of representing that and of symbolizing it. That's Jonah and the whale, for example. So it's something is manifests itself from the deep unknown and pulls you under, like an alligator at a water hole, which is, I'm sure, one of the sources from which we derived that particular kind of mythological representation. Because you can imagine that when we were on the veldt, after living on trees, we had to go down to the damn water holes, and you've watched enough nature programs to know what a Nile crocodile can do to a water buffalo. It's not pretty. And so to go down to the water, the chaotic water, and the source of all life as well, right, is to risk an encounter with the terrible thing that lurks in the depths. And so we use that as a central metaphor for mapping the sorts of things that happen to us in a much more abstract space. And you know that because one of the things you're going to do, let's say that the professor, there's a professor obviously who gave you the bad grade. Okay, so one logical presupposition is that you're in some sense insufficient in relationship to the course. But another logical and instantaneous categorization is to throw that person into the category of malevolent predator. And you'll do that by becoming upset and cursing the person in your imagination.
What do you think about the video?
Can I comment?
Yeah, sure, Memory.
Well, I am quite much interested in the video. The video has indicated just a lot of things. The first thing I have observed is that students must not be, must take out shame, must be shameless. And whensoever they feel something, they should not themselves look down upon themselves and feel like they are failures forever and they will not achieve. He has also reached or explained something about being a fighter. You may feel like the world is closed for you, but what you can choose help you, your future. You think of committing suicide, removing your life, killing yourself. Will that solve the problem that you have? Okay, you feel like moving out of college, of the university. could the problem be solved if you go that way? So be a fighter. You have to fight. And he also talked about strength. He said, be strong enough when you are making your decisions as you get along with your future. And then said also to have hope, have an expectation that whatsoever that is my failure today shall be my strength and my witness in the next course of action. But again, I also heard him talking that we have to accept our mistakes. If we have failed today, we made a mistake that led us to that failure. So we have to accept that that mistake was made. And the other thing I grabbed in that short explanation was also about being truthful of oneself. Do not cheat. We tend to rush cheating ourselves that we are at a particular level. After all, we are not qualifying to be at that particular level. So we are not truthful about ourselves. We cheat ourselves. Simply then it ends up failing us. But the last thing that I captured from there was the introspect, reflecting on who we are, our goals that we want to achieve in the near future, and what we can capitalize on those goals and aims that we have in life. Thank you, madam.
Thank you, Memory. Somebody else? No. Okay. Important steps after failing subjects. Learn is learn, not learn. Learn from mistakes. There is omitted a letter there. First of all, practice self-criticism and try to analyze the reason what caused the failure. Second, no drama. Nobody likes to fail a subject. Pushing too hard can end up causing stress and being counterproductive to academic performance. Share your doubts. It is essential to request a personal meeting with the teacher of the subject that has been suspended to be able to share doubts and understand why it was not approved. And fourth, apply new study techniques. If it is not so important how much time you spend studying, but how you do it. Maybe if you read and read and read and read and read and read the lesson, you are not going to learn. But if you watch a video, it's going to be easier, maybe. So let's look for new tools, new ideas, new techniques to teach and to learn. There are many ways to encourage and help someone who has failed. Help them deal with their feelings about failure by reminding them that we all fail sometimes and that this failure does not define them. Encourage them to find a tutor, help them create a new study space, or share your study. Okay, it's time to finish. Somebody else want to say something before? Lucy.
Yeah.
Okay, Lucy wrote in the chat, being honest is very important. Thank you, Lucy. Yeah, the human values are very important. That's right. Very good. Dice Samuel, I have been experiencing core network issues since I got in class. Yeah, don't worry, Samuel. Don't worry. Okay, somebody else wants to say something?
Yeah. Okay, so like from the whole lesson, hello?
Yep.
Like from the whole lesson, what I have captured is more especially we as teachers, to our children, to the learners, words have great impact on people and children that we teach actually. Yeah, it's like we can divert their future through what we tell them into something good. We can divert their future into something good or bad through what we tell them. So when we see that someone or a child is struggling with something or they have failed in a subject, we should at least produce positive words for them or encourage them. So even the society should be involved in this. Even like parents at home, they are supposed to involve themselves into encouraging their children by telling them good things. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Somebody else?
Yeah, memory. I just wanted to add on what this Ruth has said. Summarily, we can see that we are supposed to offer also an emotional support towards the failed student, and we have to help them identify the reasons why they failed, and if so, they have to develop a plan, more especially towards how they can collect or improve themselves. We have also to remind them about their strengths and abilities that they have as we offer them also resources and assistance to their problem. We have to encourage some learners feel like they're babies while they have grown up. So we have to try to encourage them that they grow their mature mindset and that what they are doing is for maturity. And again, we have to get even the parents and ourselves together. We have to work hand in hand. And we have also to ask the learners that have failed on how best we can assist them. Sometimes maybe going the long way while they need also another thing to be helped. And then we have also to look into the underlying problems, as we explained about the example of that our friend that has 3 companies today and that went through an education through a purpose that he was going to school just to fetch for food. And we have to require also them to complete the studies, the classes. They should not run away from classes. They have to attend 4 classes and they have to attend 4 courses. By so doing, they are going also to do well. We have to encourage them not to give up whensoever they're meeting a challenge, they are there, and then intentionally just to be asking them wherever possible to help them while we provide an opportunity for their reflection. We also have sometimes give them what they have deserved. For example, if you fail and you are given an F, if the family has watched it, other learners, the teachers, and all those people around us that have seen that I've failed, it will again burn in me to push me up that I should not fail again. Because if I failed and then I feel like I did not deserve that failure mark, then it's that I'm not reflecting to be truthful of myself. I'm lying to myself. So I have to improve there. So these are just some of the points on what Ruth said. We have to follow.
Good comments, Memory. Thank you so much.
Thank
Okay,
you.
before to close the class, I would like to ask to the people who is in the Zoom and has not written your name, country, and email, please do it in the chat now because we need to register the assistant. Don't worry if you got here late. It's no your problem. It's the problem of the network. So please write in the chart your name and the country and your email address. Please, please, please. The people who has done it, don't do it again. But the person who has no, please do it now, now. Because I just see here Harriet, Memory, Dolas, Fontem, Tadala, Stella, Hanatu, Falalu, Hawa, Nitesh, Elias, Ruth, and the other ones I have no here. Okay, now, Odugbo, Gladys, okay. I have not see here Evelyn. I have not see here Hida. Please write your name, your email address, and your country in the chat because we have to register your assistance. Please, please, please. Okay. To close the class, we are going to repeat the motivational final capsule, which it says. Repeat after to me with motivation, with happiness, with joy. I believe in myself.
I believe
in myself.
I believe in my intelligence.
I believe in intelligence.
I believe in my ability.
I believe in my ability.
I believe in my purpose.
I believe in my purpose.
Finish primary, secondary, high school, professional career, master degree, a doctorate.
Finish primary, secondary, high school, professional career, a master's degree, a doctorate.
End up working as a manager or with my own company. Have a social service. Search for a Nobel Prize.
End up working as a manager or with my own company. Have a social service. Search for a Nobel Prize.
Nobel Prize.
Be at peace, free, happy, successful, and fulfilled.
Be at
peace, free, happy, successful, and fulfilled.
Dying done.
Dying done.
I know I can do it.
I know I can do it.
I know I can do it.
And I am proudly Ecuadorian.
And I'm proudly
Thank you so much, my dears. Was so nice. Was so
Thank
nice
you
to
so
be with you.
Proudly Malawian.
Thank
Good
you
night,
so
guys.
much.
Thank you, Tutor.
I'll see you next Thursday for the topic and module number 5.
Thank you very much.
This module has been worked with Gladys. Gladys is going to show us the module number 5. So Gladys, please write me by the chat of WhatsApp and I will help you. Gladys? Gladys? Okay, I think it's not possible for me. Okay, my dear, see you next class, next Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.